a reading that I'm going to do that was put together by, can you explain who the woman was?
It was an ordained minister in Florida.
Okay.
She's a good friend of mine.
Okay. An ordained minister in Florida that's a friend of yours. Okay, that's
Laura.
great. So before I start that, I miss Shawn every day, and he was great to work with. He made me laugh, made me angry. Most of you do. But I seriously miss him every day, and sorry for your loss, sorry for our loss. And you can tell by, everybody's got has a busy day, but you can tell how much he was appreciated by everybody that showed up.
Everybody loved him.
Yeah. Okay, so life is a never-ending circle. Birth, growth, death, rebirth, and so on it goes. All components are interconnected. One passes over and returns to the spiritual realm, and another enters the physical world. It's a never-ending circle of life. The journey of life is unknown. The length of the journey in the physical world is also unknown. Gratitude, mindfulness are tools that help us along the journey. Today we give thanks for Shawn David Webster. We give thanks for all the gifts shared and for his mere existence. Shawn was somebody you could count on and trust. He was someone you could go to if you need a pick-me-up to feel better about something which was bothering you. Shawn was our best friend, a wonderful person, and the best son a dad could have asked for. Shawn's dad, Dave, has a couple of memories he asked me to share. One of the favorite things that Shawn and his dad enjoyed doing was riding their Gary Fisher bicycles. Okay. Sometimes they'd ride twice a day. And just for pleasure, not to and from work. So that's let's see. So Shawn always pushed his father to improve. Dave's personal record, 3.95 miles, thanks to Shawn pushing him. These are some of the best times they ever had. Dave also remembers an experience in Leadville, Colorado. He told me about this. When they went fishing and panning for gold because the fishing wasn't panning out. Yeah, that's like They did not catch any fish at all, but when they went gold panning, they found flour gold, which is superfine gold. It's hard to catch. No pun intended. The look on Shawn's face was priceless as he panned the dirt and saw the gold sparkling in the pan.
He had gold fever right away.
Next day, he was on the phone about it. Guess what I'm going to do next week? I think Gabby discouraged him on that. As you can imagine, Shawn's passing has been hard on his father, but his memory lives on within him. He sends a message to Shawn. See you soon, son. His brother Kyle has a few memories he would also like to share. Kyle has many memories of Shawn. One particular time was when Kyle first came to Las Vegas from Washington, which was in 2009. And I could imagine this. He saw Shawn in his bellman's uniform waiting for him. You imagine the big old Shawn in the bit. They always had fun, and Shawn always joked around, making him laugh when they did things together, like hiking on the trails or going to see the latest Marvel movie. Shawn would also light up the room with laughter. He was the life of a party. Shawn arranged for Kyle's first ever birthday party. in June of this year, June 16th, 2021. Party hats and the works. Kyle cried and hugged him tightly because the gesture made him so happy. He felt a love he had never before felt in his life. Kyle will miss Shawn every single day of his life, and those memories will echo through his mind until he dies. At this time, if you would take a moment of silence and reflect on a memory that you have of Shawn, a time that you want to hold in your heart. Close your eyes for a minute and focus on that memory and relive the moment. Thanks. Gabby has a section to read. You're not going to read this? Yes, you are. Because I don't have it.
Oh, you don't?
No? Sorry. So as you all, probably most of everybody knows, Gabby was his direct supervisor, and they worked in the help desk together for a long time. Shawn thought the world of Gabby and would ask her advice and guidance and how do I get Mike off my back?
You can't.
I can't. So.
Grief and loss are a part of death. Viewing death from a different perspective can help you move through these emotions. Death is another form of existence. It is a rebirth. Do not allow grief or loss to diminish the spirit of those that you feel you have lost. Their absence isn't a loss. They have not left you. They live within your hearts and your memories. Place your focus on these memories like you did here today, whenever you want to connect with Shawn. Many of you may not know this, but Buddhism was very near and dear to Shawn's heart and soul. He practiced daily, and it was a sacred part of his life. At the core of the Buddhist faith lies a belief in samsara, the cycle of life. We would like to share a Buddhist prayer with you today. This prayer details the experiences the consciousness goes through during the time between death and rebirth. Through your blessing, grace, and guidance, through the power of the light that streams from you, may all my negative karma, destructive emotions, obscurations, and blockages be purified and removed. May I know myself forgiven for all the harm I may have thought and done. May I accomplish this profound practice of power and die a good and peaceful death. And through the triumph of my death, may I be able to benefit all other things, living or dead. Shawn's life was unique, and he lived with purpose. In honor of his memory, remember to live life to the fullest. Live life as if you never know when it will end. Realistically speaking, nobody knows when the physical experience will end, so appreciate life. Appreciation of the gifts in life will give you more gifts to appreciate. Forgive easily, love easily, live easily. Thank you for coming and sharing your memory of Shawn and his life.
Does anybody else have anything they want to share? We don't have to. Like I started and like I'll end with, we miss him every day. We hope for the best for you and your son. And thank you for sharing this time with us.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.